Hello learners, welcome to our next session of methodology and approach towards GD&T. So in this session we'll continue with our linear measuring instrument session. Myself Rohit Bhaskar. Now in today's session we'll try to understand micrometer in detail. Now exactly what is the working principle of micrometer? It works on the principle of movement of a nut and a screw. That means it works on a screwing action. Most probably it is an accurate screw which has 10 to 20 threads per centimeter. This point can be remembered, and its accuracy mainly depends upon the spindle screw threads. So different parts of micrometer if we try to discuss, first one is ratchet, or we can call it as well ratchet. Then we have thimble, barrel and anvil. Instead of going in this theoretical part, I will directly show you the image and its detail. So what we can say, a C-type frame is present on a micrometer. With that, this is the spindle which is movable part, and this is the anvil which is coated with a carbide tip, both for spindle as well as for anvil, to avoid the wear and tear, or we can say for minimum wear and tear. Then we have a lock nut over here which fixes the reading when we have taken it. Then whatever graduations present over here has some sort of a range. For there are different types of simple micrometers which has a range of 0 to 25 mm, and we have a least count starting from 0.01 mm. So this will be the main scale, we call it as a barrel, and a circular scale with a screwing action which can be rotated will be called as a thimble. It has some graduations as well. Then we have a nut part to support the rotation purpose, and then we have a ratchet screw to adjust a pressure while taking a reading. Now how to go for a reading? Before that we'll try to understand the least count as we discussed in earlier session of vernier caliper. So thimble, which is the movable part on a circular scale, is divided into most probably 50 equal parts, this one, and then every fifth graduation is numbered from 0 to 50. With that we have a barrel with a graduations. Most probably two-sided graduations are present, which will provide us the smallest count on a main scale as 0.5 mm. So 0, 1, and in between we have one graduation of a 0.5 mm distance. So least count for micrometer will be smallest division on main scale divided by total number of division on a circular scale. We call it as a thimble. So 0.5 divided by 50, so least count of micrometer is 0.01 mm compared to vernier caliper. Now main scale and least count. Now if we try to take a reading, so total reading for a given condition will be main scale reading plus circular scale division or reading, we can say, into least count of this micrometer. Now whatever is visible over here we can try to understand. So 6 mm, 7, 8 likewise we have over here, and the division which is matching over here, so what we can say 15, 16, 17, 18th number, which will be physically matching with this axis over here. So time being, what we can say over here, so 6.3 and its half, so 6.35 will be our main scale reading into 18th division into least count, so total reading will be 6.53. Similar case, micrometer if used for another types of parameter measurement, so we have first one as a screw thread micrometer, in which the spindle and anvil will be converted into screw pattern. Other parts of the screw thread micrometer will remain similar. So actual micrometer will look like this with a varying different ranges. So this is the smallest one, this will be second range, third range. So how this range will vary? 0 to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, and it will continue further. So these are the actual anvil, spindle, sleeves, thimble, ratchet, etc. Now we also have a digital type of micrometer as well, which will provide us directly the reading in the form of digits. So instead of ratchets we have a reset screw in case of digital micrometer. So it is used where high accuracy is required, that is, and since it is based on electronic technology, so directly reading can be taken. Obviously both this will be also depend on the screwing action itself. So least count of this is somewhat 0.001 mm. so we have a greater accuracy for these types. So actual reading will look like this. So we have a zero adjustment screw. We can set a zero at any position of digital. This is most of the advantage of the digital micrometer, or we can say for a digital vernier as well. Then we have origin. We can set 0 over here, and from that position we can convert the reading in inches or mm. So we have a facility for this as well. So depth micrometer can be used. Similar probability is there. That is, if you have to measure a depth, we have classification likewise. Reading procedure is both same. Most probable important application of depth micrometer is to measure the depth of holes, slots likewise. So it will look like this. Other part of barrel and thimble will be similar. Instead of anvil, we have a extension rod over here. So actual depth micrometer is like this. This one left side will be indicated as a mechanical type, and towards right side we have digital types. So this was all about the digital and micrometer basic concepts. So we'll try to understand few more instruments and few more concepts related to metrology. Stay tuned for this. Thank you.